First Alert Weather with meteorologist Alicia Wilson.
We've been tracking some severe thunderstorms this afternoon, but the ones that we had earlier for Mecklenburg, Iredell, Catawba, and Lincoln counties have been allowed to expire. But we're still seeing some dark, ominous-looking clouds in the distance there in our uptown Charlotte camera. I want to show you the latest here with that line and clusters of thunderstorms that continues to slowly push towards the east here and kind of sagging towards the southeast as well. That's where we had the severe thunderstorm warning earlier. We just saw the bottom fall out here across Lake Norman with some heavy downpours and some lightning strikes, but it's starting to let up a bit to some light to moderate rainfall. But if you're in Cornelius, Denver, this is where you're still seeing some heavy downpours towards Kannapolis, now getting the heavy rain into Salisbury and Rockwell, back towards Lincolnton, heavy downpours. But the lightning is starting to decrease, so that's definitely some good news. But we still have some lone lightning strikes here in and around Cornelius, but not seeing much intensity as far as the potential for any hail goes. So that's definitely good news. Across the mountains, still some isolated showers, but starting to let up again across Banner Elk, getting into Linville Falls and Linville as well. We still have a few more showers back off to our west. We'll be watching this as we go throughout the rest of this evening, but I do think it's around midnight that things will really start to wind down. This has all been happening out ahead of this first cold front that'll be pushing through later on tonight. You notice that the heat and the humidity increased today. We had temperatures into the upper 80s and those dew points into the mid to upper 60s. That's going to be the case again for tomorrow, but we do have a second cold front. Let me show you that again. That's going to be headed our way as we get into your Saturday. So you see these showers and storms here. We'll be watching for those again for Saturday afternoon due to this particular cold front that's currently draped across portions of the upper Midwest. Now tomorrow starts out dry. We get some sunshine. We get some warm temperatures again into the upper 80s and lower 90s. But with the heat and the humidity, especially for the afternoon, we can't rule out a stray shower or thunderstorm. That's going to be between about 3 o'clock and I'd say 7 o'clock in the evening. But as we lose the heating of the day, our chances for storms will wind down. Now remember that cold front that was over portions of the upper Midwest, or where it is right now, that pushes our way during the day on Saturday, and it's out ahead of that front that we stand a chance to see more strong to severe thunderstorms. So we are going with the first alert for Saturday, as we'll be watching for a line to try to organize or just some clusters of strong to severe thunderstorms, first moving through the mountains, then the foothills, then across the Charlotte metro area. This will be between about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and about 8 o'clock in the evening. So the weekend's going to be kind of split in half, with strong to severe thunderstorms possible on Saturday, hence the reason for the first alert. And some hot temperatures as well into the lower 90s, but we'll cool it down on Sunday after a stray shower being possible pretty much early on in the day on Sunday. So we go from the 90s down into the upper 70s and lower 80s to wrap up the weekend. And most of next week looks dry and very fall-like with cooler temperatures in the mid to upper 70s.